What's up, gamers? It's Gone Gaming here, and I'm going to walk you through how to actually make cash money in bounty hunting. I think from the length of this series, I have showcased for you that although bounty hunting has a very high top end, it does have a very low floor. So, it's a lot of fun. A lot of people really enjoy doing it. It's a really good way to make money in the verse, but it takes a lot of time to get to the point where you can make a lot of money. And I'm going to show you today where you go to farm bounties. There's only one place. There's nowhere else. Okay, I'm going to explain why, but there's nowhere else. Okay, first off, you need to be able to get group bounty targets. Now, Crusader isn't the only place you get group bounty contracts, but I think it's only one of two. I think Microtech is the only other place. I have to go back there and check. It's not worth doing in Microtech though, because for the second reason I'll explain in a minute. But we're going to accept this pro tem contract. I don't know what difficulty this is. So we're going in an Aegis Avenger Titan because I just blew up my Vanguard Sentinel. And if we die, we'll just respawn at Grim Hex and go back out there and get them. So, first off, you go to Crusader and you go to Grim Hex. In large part because many of these bounty contracts are in the rings of Yella, and so it's just super fast to go kill your first bounty target. Number two, what I like to do is I'll take a group bounty target. We're not doing that. And then I'll come in and I'll find a single bounty target. So in Crusader, you'll be able to pick up single bounty targets and group bounty targets for each difficulty once you get cleared through both. So that's another reason to come to Crusader, because you can pick up 4 at a time, and they basically pay cumulatively. So I'm guessing that this is a medium bounty hunting target difficulty pay. So yeah. Anyway, we'll go do this one first because that's the one we're working on. But if we end up, what I'll usually do, and I'll kind of showcase this, is I'll track this target. I'll then go into here. Looks like it's a little convoluted, but I'll just look to see where the double targets are, and it is at Yella, and so I'll go kill the double when I have it. So what I'm actually gonna do here is I'll end at Yella, and then we'll go kill this very hard bounty, very high risk target. Man, I can. VH just means very hard in so many other games. So we'll go to Daymar and wherever the other one is. So let's pull up first. We'll go get Gregor Edmund. Okay, so another reason why you do these, well, you always go to Crusader is because 90 to 95% of the time the targets are at quantum locations, so you're never more than 35 kilometers away. Now if you've watched the other videos, you'll know that we had to go hunt down some people that were like 200 clicks, and it just takes a while, and that's time, and you're just burning time. Another reason why you go to Crusader, all of the atmospheres are like 2,000 meters deep, or kilometers deep. Meters, that would be intense. No, it is meters, not kilometers. Kilometers would be super intense. They're only like 2,000 meters deep. So you're out of atmo, able to quantum really fast. If you need to if you're going for max dollars, you don't necessarily want to kill all 3 targets, right? Like okay, you do in the group, but okay, look, I'm just gonna show you when we come in here to kill Gregor Edmund. I'll explain. I kind of already done this for the other ones. Now, I've already switched my weapons groups. I've already been doing some fighting with this, so it's already ready to go. I'm just gonna turn on my power to boosts. Looks like somebody activated a rescue beacon. Probably a new player because it's like 15,000 even. Alright, we got a lock. It's in an Anvil Hornet, so these are probably mediums. They might be low risk. So what I'll do is it looks like we're out of missiles already. So I'm just gonna blitz in here. And I'm gonna kill the main target. And then I'm just gonna quantum out of here, which is why the low atmosphere is really nice. Strafe him a little. Get behind him. Hornets are more maneuverable than the other stuff we've been killing. Always my alarms remind me to do stuff at the worst times. Oh man, we're done. Okay, so there are 2 other people. Like, I could kill them. At most, they would be worth 3,000. Not worth my time. So we're just gonna jump, and this is what I'm talking about. So this is actually at the system between here and Crusader, like the moon between here and Crusader. So I'm gonna jump, gonna reset my power to get my engines back, and then I'll sling it to my shields. We didn't even lose shields in that entire process, so I'm happy. So thin atmospheres, you can quantum jump to each of the bounty target locations. If you ever do something illegal, you can both retreat to Grim Hex, which is a safe place to go. 2, you can also just go to, oh my gosh, I'm in a medical robe. We gotta pay attention to that. You can also go to, I gotta press the right button here. You can go to Selin. And clear your good name at Security Post Korea. So I think there's another one you can do it at too, but most people go to Korea. So like if you do end up getting in some hot water, you can get out of it again. I'm trying to think what else. Another reason. Oh, last reason. You can. So Port Olisar sucks. You can't actually set your spawn there, but you can set it to Grim Hex. Grim Hex is super easy to get in and out of. It's really small, so it's really easy to go from like the Habs or the med bay to your ship. So that's nice. All the hangars are pretty large. They're easy to get out of. And it's just like a straight shot out. It is into an asteroid field, but like I don't find that difficult to maneuver in. Just note that is a thing. So you also notice that target location distance is always like 35 clicks instead of 25. So you can sometimes cheese these by, instead of selecting the target location, you can like set the location for like whatever base it's at. Like this one's just at a target location, so they're not anywhere else. Which notably, if this was in another system, they'd just make you fly there. There wouldn't be a quantum signature or a quantum warp point, a quantum beacon for you to log onto and jump to. So that's one big bonus. Anyway, I think that those are the biggest reasons. So you can do these the fastest. Thin atmosphere also means that your speed restrictions are lower. You can get above it really easily, like I'm like above it now. And it also reduces your drag, it reduces your G-forces because the planetary gravity fields are lower. Right, so not that guy, it's a freelancer miss. Oh, please, is my main target a Drake Buccaneer? Yes, please. And yes, I'm broadly aware. I don't think I ever charged my shields back. Let's do that real quick. Oh, spicy burritos. Okay, I did this battle all wrong. But I think we lost a nacelle, which is not great. Okay. This actually might be Korea. Oh no, Kovalek shipping hub. Okay. Just gonna put a little power into engines so that they recharge. And then we're gonna go back to yellow. So stupidly, when you're in like these orbital locations, sometimes it won't let you jump to other planets. You can go into your map and set them. The other thing you can do is just jump to the planet again. It'll like jump you 20 clicks, and then it'll be like, okay, now you can fly to the other planet. So there you go. There's some other general advice. Okay, what else? When you're doing triple contracts, if you die in the middle of it, don't worry, just go get a new ship, get right back out on it. As long as you do it within like, I don't know, 30 minutes, it's usually fine. It will eventually drop on you. I don't know what prompts it to drop. I don't think that it is another player has done it, but it could be that. So if you're on an empty server, maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't, don't read too much into me saying stuff like that. That's just me spitballing. If somebody knows, please put that in the comments why it is that they go away, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Ooh, you have to be a little careful here in the Rings of Yellow. Let's see what our damage is. Yeah, you can see one of the flaps, the elevators. That would impact. That would almost certainly give us spinny, whatever that's called. Detected. I always forget what it's called. Anyway, so glad we're ending this in the rings. Oh, also rings are just space battle. So even though this is asteroids, it's usually in an open pocket or open-ish. Just kind of get your bearings and make sure not to back up on boost, and you'll be okay. Gino, Cushing. Okay, Freelancer Misk, Buccaneer. Alright. And what's the third one? Buccaneer. Okay, with this one I might actually not do what I normally tell you guys to do. We're actually just gonna kill both the Buccaneers because they are annoying and they do reasonable damage. And they die really quickly. So it's kind of like, they are worth more than $0. So it's not like we're just killing them because, but Freelancer Misk is actually going to take us a hot, nope! What did I say? I knew that it was there, but I thought I was down. I thought I was going down just past it. So I anticipated that it would get between me and the Buccaneer, but not that. And so we caught the edge of it and definitely died. Which just will show you that it's not the end of the world if that happens. So I'm not actually super burned up about that, and we'll have a much easier time killing the Freelancer. Other benefit of going to Crusader. Look, I know it's a pain in the butt to get off Orison, but if you're doing bounty hunting contracts and you started with a Mustang or an Aurora or an Avenger Titan or even a Sentinel, it honestly doesn't take that long to get off of Orison. Just like no longer than it does for you to quantum to Crusader in the first place. So if you're going to end up here anyway and you're just going to farm bounties anyway, just spawn on Crusader. Orison's beautiful. It has everything, and importantly, it has Cousin Crows, which has like the best components, has the best quantums, has the best shield generators. It has like everything that are my favorites. It has whatever it doesn't have, you can get at. It's usually weapons that it's missing out on, like Omnitskis. The laser cannons, it doesn't have those. So just set your claim for your other vehicle. That way if you die, your other vehicle is just waiting for you. I find that I usually last more than 10 minutes in an Avenger Titan. So it's no skin off my back to just have the two vehicles. And like I said, I'm grinding these out in order to afford more ships. So probably Prospector's probably next on my list. Just because we need to time trial best ways to make money. And technically I should probably have like a large sample size of doing it a bunch of times, but that's not as fun. So, oh my gosh, this happens sometimes. I do have like a stick input that will slow that down. Oh, your turn. All right. Ah, see, the one thing I dislike. Oh, it's a combination of things. This whole mechanic, like this whole area, needs a pass because when you wake up from your bed, it will often like insert you right here, up in the ceiling, and it's problematic. If that ever happens to you, make a beeline for the pilot's chair and get into the pilot's chair. You could also try to go for turret access, but I find that is like super finicky. You have to stand like right underneath it. Oh, hey, check this out. It's actually giving me a timer. So, okay, so it is timed, and it's definitely more than 30 minutes. You have forever to kill these 3 people. So, okay, I'm glad that they actually display the time. That's new. Or it is for me. I mean, maybe I just never pay attention to it.
You are clear to launch.
The other nice thing about dying and respawning, you get all your stock missiles back. And the stock missiles on the Vanguard suck, but the stock missiles on the Sentinel are actually pretty dope. It has 4 size 2 electromagnetics dominators, which are solid. 2 size 3 arresters, 4 size 4 ignites. So you get one of each type. It's like cross section arrester. You know that they're like, oh, the cross sections are the arresters. Yeah, because they're really good against big targets. That's why they're the size 3s. Alright, let's get out of here. And you can fly through asteroids as long as you have a lock, so. Oh, I need to go get, speaking of things I need from Cousin Crows, I need to go get the fastest quantum drive in the verse. Man, the size 2 quantum drive is so nice. Gets you there so fast, spools up so quickly. Never gets blasted in combat. Our wings are extended automatically because wings extend when you drop landing gear. Or when you retract landing gear, sorry. These should all be fairly painless to kill. Oh, the one thing we forgot. Oh, shoot. Target status. Weapons. Gotta activate it. Okay, then we'll do self status. Power. Okay, come on. Alright, let's get this last guy and wrap this up. That is a quality of life feature. I know I haven't read a lot of people asking for that on the forums, but that's something I would really like. Is just for the MFDs to be like a loadable, like even if I have to access it in like the ship edit menu settings, I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm actually gonna shoot off here. I'm not just wasting ammo, I'm activating the EMP. So we might just try to knock out this, depending on who engages me first. Man, they are hugging tight lately. Alright. So Buccaneers usually like to get right up in your face because a lot of times they have scatter cannons. Our distance from that freelancer. If you have a turret gunner, these are such a piece of cake. turret gunner eats a buccaneer alive. The best thing they have going for them is their maneuverability. We got a good disruptor hit on that one. That's why he is lost electromagnetic function. And we'll just go ahead and start pounding on this freelancer here. Just watching his shields, they're almost down in the rear. So we gotta hit him up front. Weird thing about EMPs is you do gotta... I think they are directionally charged, so even if I just knocked out his rear, it would be fine, but I just like it. And boom. Goes the dynamite. There goes his EM pulse. You'll notice that's all the way down. Bye-bye. And just because this guy annoyed me and incurred my death. No, our shields are barely tickled here. Yeah, I'm not even, there's no power into the shields right now. So typically this is bad. This is like a bad showcase of how to do player versus player battles. But yeah, we didn't even go below 40. I bet that whole fight. Okay, so that's that. That's done. Made 26,000 buccarinos plus bonuses. I think you do get extra bonuses for doing it quickly. But then you will notice that you get, well, we'll wait for them to trickle in here. This is definitely not a bug, but a feature. This guy, we can't kill him. That's just morally wrong. Just kidding, I'll accept the contract. Let's go find this bounty target. Well, first I'd like to just see where this guy is. Let's see how far he is. I bet he's at yellow. Yeah, he's just at Grim Hex, so we'll wait for him to leave. Oh no, this is our other bounty target. Sorry, I misclicked. Alright, let's go kill this guy first. This is our very high risk bounty target. So I'm just finishing this off just because this will show you how you can chain these together. You can do 4 at once. Just pick them up the difficulty and type that you like. Obviously, like, low risk bounties are never worth the money in my opinion. Medium risk bounties, if you're just flying really light fighters, can be worth doing. Just they're usually killable in just about every kind of ship. High risk bounty targets are a little bit more of a push in some ships, but usually doable in most. Like I wouldn't take an interceptor for example, but you know, Buccaneer or Avenger Titan easily can get done. High risk bounty targets, if you're gonna do very high risks, make sure you bring a Sentinel. That's my preferred ship. I wouldn't even bring something bigger. You know, some people like the 600i, the Connies, Torp throwers. I wouldn't bring any of that stuff to do very high risk bounty targets because, as you'll find out, a lot of them are Valkyries, which are good for Torps, but usually it's like Vanguards. Yeah, this one's a Valkyrie, but we'll see what his buddies are. Vanguards. Here we go, Vanguard. And I bet the other one, here, we'll hit this guy with the Arresters. Since these are cross sections. And we'll swap to Dominators for these guys.
Got something for you.
Okay, let's just knock this guy out. Get that EMP charging. His shields are down, so this is just a matter of time for it to charge. We're at 45. We are taking a beating to our shields. I should have had those charged. Just need my weapons for a second. Then 500, that should knock him. It wasn't close enough. Okay, we're gonna... Ooh. Let's wrap this asteroid. Just give my shields a second to recharge here. He's greedy, man. That was my bad. Come on, give me my mag back. So the smart thing to do is fill your mag, have it at max, then swap over to shields. Your shields will start recharging, and you'll have used the extra capacity from your mag by that time. So that's usually what I like to do for bounty targets. See here, I'll get it down a bit, and then I'll swap to my shields just right there. You'll notice the total weapon count goes down. But that's fine. We've already used it. We'll just wait to refill the mag. It doesn't refill while you're shooting it, so it's kind of a waste to just have it constantly be on. This is when being a joystick player makes all the difference in the world, because you can easily swap between those. And we're gonna charge the EMP because these guys are just driving me absolutely bananas. Ooh. Disappeared a little bit. Alright, and that is that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Bounty hunting is certainly a good way to make money, and it's a good way to make it fast. In about a 25-minute span, we made around 70,000 credits. So, I dig it. Hope you dig it. Good luck out there in the verse, and I hope to see you soon. In the meantime, keep on gaming. Bye for now.